What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Singleton Sunday here on Eternal Journey, where we take 100 card Singleton decks and battle them out to find out whose creativity reigns supreme. Just as a friendly reminder, if you're enjoying the content that we are putting out, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and click the alerts button so you get notified whenever a new video comes out every Sunday. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, EJthePodcast, where we also post whenever a new video goes up, stay up to date on possible deck builds, as well as when we are going live. Speaking of live streaming, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Jedi_EJ. All right, guys, thanks again, and let's head down to the match. Today we're playing against Alita and their Rakano deck. Due to a slight rules discrepancy, they keep 2 Rakano banners, a Granite Waystone, Privilege of Rank, Oni Forge Master, and Bare Arms. I keep an opening hand of Primal Sigil, Shadow Sigil, Lothrai Hideaway, Backlash, Cliff Diver Mantisaur, Direwood Prowler, and Quicksilver Mirror. Alita's on the play and starts off by playing a Rakano banner and passes. I draw for turn, pledging my Mantisaur for a Primal Sigil, and pass. Alita plays another Rakano banner to my surprise, and passes back. For my turn, I play a Shadow Sigil followed up by a Lothrai Hideaway, earning me a 2/1 elf. Alita then plays a Justice Sigil and follows it up with an Oni Forge Master, passing the turn back. For my turn, I play a Primal Sigil, activate Hideaway, giving the elf a +2/+0, making it a 4/1, and then attack, which Alita decides not to block, taking 4 to the face, and I pass. To start their turn off, Alita plays a Gilded Glaive on the Forge Master, drawing a 2/1 axe. They then play a Granite Waystone, triggering the Empower on the Glaive, and attacks for 6 before passing the turn back. For my turn, I play an Amethyst Monument, giving me a Depleted Shadow, then activate the Hideaway to make the elf a 6/1 and pass it back. Alita plays a Silver Wing Familiar, then equips Elder Feather to the Forge Master, giving it a +1/+0 and flying. They attack for 5 in the air, and I see myself in some major trouble. For my turn, I simply play a Primal Sigil and pass. For Alita's turn, they play a Oni Quartermaster, followed up by playing the Heavy Axe they drew earlier on the Silver Wing, triggering Quartermaster and drawing a card. They go ahead and attack with both the Silver Wing and the Forge Master, and luckily I'm able to fire off my clan tactic on the Forge Master, killing it, and only taking 3 from the Silver Wing while they gain 3 and pass. For my turn, I go ahead and attack with the 6/1 since it's not doing much else, then follow up by playing the Court Mage and pass the turn. Alita starts their turn by casting Privilege of Rank, getting 2 Justice Sigils out of their deck. They go ahead and play one of those Justice Sigils and then cast Bare Arms on their Silver Wing, giving it a +1/+1 for now. They go ahead and attack, and I take 4 and they gain 4 life before they pass back the turn. On my turn, I activate Lothrai Hideaway, making the elf an 8/1 and swing. Alita decides to take the damage, and I pass, hoping Backlash can do some work. Alita starts their turn by playing the Justice Sigil, followed by a Master at Arms, giving a +2/+2 to the Silver Wing. This also triggers Bare Arms, giving the Silver Wing an additional +1/+1. Alita decides to attack with a now 7/6 Silver Wing, and just for the rub-in value, cast Shugo Tactics on it. I am able to strike revenge by backlashing the tactic, but it's not enough to stop me from dying. Alright guys, I was planning on making this a 1 game a week series, but since I was dispatched so swiftly that first game, Alita was kind enough to do a second game for your enjoyment. With that being said, let's head down to the match. Alita keeps an opening hand of Justice Sigil, Fire Sigil, Granite Waystone, Downfall, Axe Sharpener, Crown Watch Paladin, and Fur Hat. I keep an opening hand of Vara's Favor, Dark Return, Extract, Haunting Scream, Gorgon Swiftblade, Shadow Sigil, and Primal Sigil. I start us off by playing a Primal Sigil and passing. Alita plays the Justice Sigil, casting a Seek Power and passes. I play a Cobalt Waystone like a dummy and pass. Alita plays a Fire Sigil followed by a Crown Watch Paladin and passes. I play a Shadow Sigil followed by a Gorgon Swiftblade and a Messenger Hawk. The Messenger Hawk places 4 copies of Extract into my deck before I pass back the turn. Alita starts their turn by playing a Fire Sigil and then follows up by casting an Axe Sharpener. Alita then equips a Warhelm to the Sharpener, giving it a +1/+0 in charge and attacks. Deciding not to trade off or not having any good blocks, I go ahead and take 3 to the face, and that ends their turn. For my turn, I go ahead and start off by attacking with my Gorgon, connecting, triggering the Infiltrate. This gives it Deadly and Quick Draw for the rest of the game. I then play an Amethyst Waystone and I cast Extract on the Sharpener, killing it while also gaining 3. I scout, placing the card back on top, and they get another Warhelm for their troubles. And then I pass the turn. On their turn, Alita plays a Granite Waystone, then cast a Fur Hat on the Crown Watch Paladin, finding a Justice Sigil. They followed up by also attaching the Warhelm and attacking, triggering double Warcry, Sigh. This ruins my plans of using Vara's Favor plus Talisman to remove it, so I just take the damage. I decide to flip my strategy, breaking the Aegis with the Favor, then stunning the Paladin. I attack for 2 with my Gorgon, play the Shadow Sigil, and pass. Alita plays a Justice Sigil, followed by a Silverwing Familiar as a 4/4 thanks to Warcry, and I get a horrible sense of deja vu. For some random reason, I decide to attack for 2, then play a Shadow Sigil, and pass. Alita plays a Peacekeeper's Helm on the Paladin, stunning my Gorgon with the Spellcraft, and attacks with both units. I block the Paladin with my Messenger Bird and take 4, Alita gaining 4 and passing. Getting back my Messenger Bird from the Void and giving it a +1/+1. I then replay the bird, putting 4 more Permafrost into my deck. I then Permafrost the Paladin and pass, hoping to stop the bleeding. Alita starts the turn by playing Hojin, just to demoralize me, then attacks with Silverwing, so I take the 4 and they pass the turn back. I draw and play Champion of Cunning, but still being on the back foot, I pass. Alita starts their turn by playing a Fire Sigil, triggering Hojin, and attacks with both units. I block the Hojin with my Gorgon Swiftblade, and the Silverwing with my Bird. They then play a 5/4 Sword of Ikaria, and trade it off with my champion, while getting another Warcry trigger. I draw and play a Primal Sigil for my turn. I then draw an additional card using the Talisman, and with no undepleted power left, I pass the turn. Alita then proceeds to finish me off by playing a Justice Sigil, triggering Hojin, then pumping with a Crown Watch Tactics, triggering Hojin again, and then swinging with everything. So, closing thoughts. My deck was pretty much just a pile of utility units with a suite of removal to hopefully manage the board. I found this to be very underwhelming against Alita's very synergistic deck, combining small units with plenty of pump effects and weapons to push through a ton of damage early. Note, it was really impressive to see so much synergy from a Singleton deck. And I will admit, multiple units with Aegis taxed my removal heavily, but overall I think there was plenty of interaction and I still had a lot of fun. Thanks again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video this week. If you'd like to continue to see other content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe and alert buttons to find out when new videos are posted. Also, stay in contact with me at EJthePodcast on Twitter and at gmail.com. And watch my live streams at twitch.tv/Jedi_EJ, where you can catch me streaming live drafts, singletons, and constructed formats. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.